baby. Boom. Rise and shine your light into this world. It's your morning motivation time. I'm out on mom's balcony again, the world famous mom's balcony where it all began. Getting to talk about it in the end. That's what it's all about. We're talking about winning some, losing some, and the ebb and flow of life. And that's this question this morning, and I just thought it was so true. My buddy wrote something about life in general and how sometimes you're up on ships and sometimes you're down on ships, and just that's the flow of the game. And I didn't really want to flow with the game. I just wanted it to know my name. You know what I mean? Put some respect on my name. And this morning I was like, you know what? Let's get some trees, my knees. Let's get some Saints Addiction in here. Join Weed Club. Boom, baby, boom. So that's Saints Addiction. Handing out Weed Club cards to all those that are in the favors. We're growing the membership, everybody. She said, I love that you don't do any alcohol on the back of this. It's probably backwards because I'm backwards right now because it's on the front of the camera, but that's what the girl says. She said, I'm so glad you don't put alcohol on the events. And I said, I thought you knew that about me. You know what I mean? That's my sober life. I thought you knew that I don't fuck around with alcohol and how it mixes up the vibe. And she said, no, I didn't, but I'm glad you did. And I said, I got you, girl. Got you, boo-boo. This is how we do it. Met up with the homies. It was First Friday last night. Calculated in on my life, and I said it's not all that bad. What am my cure all for it all when things go really bad? I'm gonna keep it really real with you guys. Is the thing is that I instantly started to go with gratitude. If I'm looking for a solution, like most of us are looking for a solution, as soon as we feel sketchy, right? You know when you're feeling uber sketch, in your life. Is this trash? It doesn't look like trash. Okay. It is quite trash. Cool. I'll put it in here. Anyway, when you're looking for an escape out of your head, your brain will tell you all sorts of ways that work for your brain to do that. It's like, yo, grab that tequila, yo, grab that girl, yo, do the thing that makes you feel normal. And as I walk around plenty of strangers and people on First Friday, I notice that that's what people do. When we're really nervous in a crowd, or we see someone we like, or something makes us even slightly uncomfortable, we're swallowing a shot or sipping on a beer or all sorts of things just to get our fear under control. And what I've been noticing is I've been embracing my fears and finding that 10 seconds of bravery, remembering to breathe, and also get my gratitude on. And it's one of the things that helps me the most, and I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find people with a real solution to the issues that plague us in our minds, and that's just the truth. A lot of it plagues our minds. It gets up in there and just goes, hey, I'm gonna live here for free. And you're like, go ahead, rent free, space free. Go ahead, be that kind of person that lets things. Oh, by the way, these guys are super cool. They make these ends for weed, little Chinese manufacturing company, and they hooked me up. Reminds me of the old homie that used to have what's his name? I forget his name, but he used to do the Blazing Blunt tips. I never heard from him again, but hopefully he's okay and all right out there. But yeah, that's your boy Saint. I'm here. I'm here in my life, living it like you are, and watching the fastest day in the world go by, and watching opportunities that pass my face and making things happen in the place. Yesterday I was so busy doing life in general that I couldn't get to this, but I'm telling you that somewhere between the gym and I forgot to write that one down, but the gym saved my life. Just been pushing out the demons and feeling the strength come back into this man mountain, bro. Getting my man mountain on my swallow, on my man off, feeling like myself, feeling like I have the strength to fight back. And that's what I wanted to give people. These little keys, key alert. What did they call that? What did they say that? What did they say that? Key alert, major key alert. All right, major key alert was things are going to happen to you in your life. Shout out to my homeboy who gave me this, but I wanted to get this big old nug out of here. And I was like, damn, look at the tree you just gave me. He gave me the biggest Christmas tree this summer. Look at that Christmas tree, bro. How do I even... What's something that I could put it up next to? A pair of scissors. Just to explain what kind of bud buds, we're looking at like a 4-inch fucking bud here, 3-inch, 3.5. Give me half, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And the trees smell like a forest with a pine needle up its ass. Blessings, everybody, blessings. Chinese. If anybody can send me a photo, me a moto. Can you send me a photo? Ooh. Oh. So anyway, all I see is weed. Not just joking. All I see is solutions. Really, we can get really real into it. Finding the thing that works for me and for others was really what the whole goal of the show was about. You know, reach, preach, and teach. And as I suffer from depression, and I'll suffer from ups and downs like everyone else, you know, these things sink in. You know, they just do. They just do. You know, this is my life, and this is the way that it's going, and that's imperfect, and it's not a Hollywood set, and it's not always the things that we think it's going to be. It's such a zig and zag pattern for this thing called life. And I'm gonna break up some weed and talk to you about it. But you know, I would always trying to shape my life, always trying to improve my odds, you know, do the right thing, have conversations with people, have the meetings, do the networking, hand out the flyers, talk to folks, always support friends, you know, started to grow. You know, now everybody knows me for flyers in an hour, posters in an hour. I got a bunch of business this last week. I worked my ass off. And I also tried to buy the business. I'm still trying to buy the business, put it out there in the universe, bro, you know, with no cash in hand, calling up some friends that actually know about commercial real estate and buy an opportunity. This is something that I do in the end. But I've also missed opportunities. You know, I've been blessed to have an opportunity to have a child. I blew it. Had an opportunity to be married. I blew it. Had opportunity to travel, and I got it. So it's like I sit there in my mind and I go, well, Saint, you know, not for nothing, when I talk to people, like, yeah, I live in Thailand, I speak Thai, and they've never been, and it's like a far-flung journey for them, and it's something that's a regular dream for me. When I start talking to people, it's like, where have you been? And like, people watch, they're like, yo, you've been working out. They watch, and they'd be like, yo, you weren't you just in Brazil? And they watch, you know, people watch these things, and I'm like, I didn't even know people give a fuck or retain that much information. Let me brighten the screen real quick so I can, bam, there we go, perfect. Huva, as they say in Finnish, huva. That means really good. So huva. So anyway, when we're finding ourselves, you know, the thing is that our brain will really try to calculate what's missing. That's why I say you win some, or lose some, but you also win some. And I think that's the hard part for us to do, is to stay on the win some, to stay on that side of the list. You know, I think it's easier for people just to go, oh man, I don't have any money, I don't have a girlfriend, I've never been any places, and talk about the things they haven't got instead of the things that they do got, like people to travel with and time to travel. And the idea of just having a life, like there's got to be something that you're winning at and you're not calculating it. And that's what I found that my brain was doing, is it was holding on to negatives. Like I lost my son. I lost the biggest thing in my life. It hurts. And I'm addicted to that hurt, right? Like something about me goes, okay, well, as long as I keep thinking about him and keeping him in my memory, he'll come alive, or, you know, it'll bring it back, or I can't undo these waves behind this boat. You know, I wish I would have handled it better. You know, everything in my mind goes, you just fucked up the biggest thing of your life. You know, you just fucked up having a wife and a child and an experience. And then I watch in other videos where they're like, you don't want that smoke, Mark. You don't want to be the guy that's fucking handling someone else's kids, and you can't discipline them. And I'm always arguing with my girl because she's still got a chip on her shoulder from her old relationship, but she don't know how to admit it. She just went and fucked another dude, and that's just me. I just so happen to be the next dude, so she wouldn't have to be the last 10 years of her experience. Well, I just see Kim Kardashian breaking up with Pete. Poor Pete, bro. He's the rebound guy, bro. What do you think was gonna happen after she's been married and with children and on somebody else's level? You know, when you put that kind of energy in another human being. And that's something that I didn't see rolling up to the fucking house. And I'm already bumping into her ex. I'm like, fucking 25 million people in fucking San Francisco. And the one moment that I pull up in the car with her, there's her ex pulling away, mad dogging me. I'm like, who's this dude sweating, right? Like, I don't even know this motherfucker. Fucking California's got a bunch of fucking gangbangers, is what I thought. But that's, oh my God, that's my ex. And I'm like, I don't have that situation. I don't have that situation when I roll up to the cribbo. I got to introduce you to my ex immediately because she's hanging out and dropping off the kids. I don't have an ex situation. Just being honest with you. I have exes, but I don't have an ex situation where you're like, oh my God, you're going to bump into her and there's going to be a situation. You need to adjust and weird energies and all that stuff. I don't do weird energies. Well, weird energies do me. Sometimes I am the weird energy, like I said last week. Sometimes it's not in flow. Sometimes it's very in flow, like last night, where you see your friends when you're supposed to, and get them all together, and everybody has smoke. Everybody's doing their own fucking thing. That's awesome to me. That's the life that I lead. The other people, I'm not so sure. I'm thinking that they sitting there counting the misses. Is that not something that happens, or what? Is that something that missing everybody? When you're in your world and in your head, and you're just like, I can't calculate what's going on in my life. I'm calculating what's not going on in my life. And I was just like, you know, it's a horrible position to be in. It's almost like it happening to you, and you just stay in that situation. It's the frog in the boiling water, and it's just starting to turn up the temperature, and you think it's a fucking sauna, but you're really about to be, boiled alive. And that's the thing that happens to all of us, is that we sit in these situations and we just go over and over in our heads, watching the water boil, which they used to say, if you watch water boil, it'll never boil. That's what we're doing. We're just sitting there watching, letting the most important thing in our lives go by, our time, in no action. We're just sitting there thinking about the last play instead of making a new play. We're telling ourselves what plays did get made. Most motherfuckers are just sitting there going in their head and going like, no, it didn't happen, and I don't know, and blah, blah, blah. And that's what we do. We live in that kind of world in our heads where we only count what's missing. And I know for facts this last couple months, I kept just going, nothing matters because I didn't get the play right. Nothing matters because I didn't get the play right. And it was like, there's a lot of people not getting plays right. There's a lot of times that the play's not going to go your way. It's going to go the other side of the field. And that's just how life is, And we want this thing to be compared to other people. It looks like they caught the play and we're missing the play and blah, blah, blah. What are we missing? So untrue, so not fair, so not real. That's just what we do in our heads. We only obsess, or maybe it's just my addiction, where my brain obsesses. Like I literally can't turn it off of like how I missed the play, what I should have said, and what went right, instead of living in the moment, go, at least I'm alive. At least I got some friends that'll still talk to me. At least I can still go down on First Friday and see Mark Goddard and Michelle Beard, and who else did I see? Coco Jenkins, and hang out with Dash Nomeo, and I'm just dropping a bunch of names, and see fucking Ali and Candy, and fucking walk around and eat good food, and just be. Sometimes it takes that, just being alive and having that time to, or being alive during our time, versus being dead or counting all the things that are dead or not working. And it hurts, like if we sit there and go, man, I ain't got no money, doesn't make money appear. Beating ourselves up ain't gonna make the workouts better, or you know what I mean? There's a lot of that in our lives where we do that all the fucking time, bro. We do that all the fucking time. We just fucking frown and miss the boat because we pouted so much, like little children. We just pouting that things aren't going our way, and when they don't go our way, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how they stay. They stay wrong because we're wrong in our heads. We're wrong in our minds. We just sit there and just go, oh yeah, this didn't work out, and I want to talk about it 17 different times. I was talking about Shannon the other day. I guess I'm name dropping today, but you guys know who Shannon is. But she was just going on and on about this ex guy and how she had to get a gun and all this drama, and it just went to the top of her flagpole. You know what I'm saying? When things go to the flagpole. All my stems just blew away. I thought that was the weed. I was like, no, Amelie, no. But it wasn't. It was the weed. I got some shitty ass weed for my homie. I appreciate him, though. I mean, at least I'm smoking, right? There's my brain right there. I'm like, this is so shitty. Look at all these stems. Pick it apart. That's us, man. Oh, I don't have enough, and this ain't enough, and what I don't have, that's us, And then what it does is it steals our now. Being straight with you, it steals the power to adjust the now and live in the present, something that social media is keenly aware of and does to all of us is like, now I'm jealous of you and what you're doing instead of doing something with me. So it's like every person that's out there doing something, surfing, doing something, living their lives, traveling, fucking eating something awesome, being with someone awesome, we're sitting there watching it, not doing it. And it's so funny. It's like a seesaw effect, Maybe I should have called this the seesaw effect, but you win some, you lose some kind of thing. But think about that. When you are literally watching somebody else in hate or jealousy, you're not having opportunity to level up. You're living in their world now. You're only going to watch what they're doing and what's going on with them instead of what's going on with you. And that's the external affecting the internal. That's what ends up happening. It's like I said, just in my head, I was like, look at all these stems. Oh my God, there's so many stems in my weed. Da, 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 da. Now I'm beating it up. And instead of being grateful that I even have weed, and a show to talk about weed and that there's a plant on this planet that can help my mental and make me get right. Now I'm just sitting there picking it apart instead of respecting the plant and be like, I'm just grateful that somebody grew some trees and that I had a friend that got me some for cheap and that we got to hang out and I got to give them some weed club cards and we got to listen to some old DMX tracks and just be, just watch the sunsets and listen to old DMX and the homies unloading the truck. That's the moments. Am I in the hood? Sure. Could I pick it apart? I don't know this guy. Da 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 da. How about I'm alive? How about I'm watching this sunset right now? You know what I mean? It's so helpful for me to adjust my sails and my mind, and it's something that I just been working on. Sometimes when I'm too stressed out and I'm not really even realizing it, I adjust my physiology, and I actually make myself breathe. I remember to stay in control of my mind and tell myself breathe, and it helps the next thought pass by instead of it just staying there. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about because I know if anybody that's obsessive like your boy, the thought just holds in your head and you just don't let it go, and you're just like, dude, there's got to be something. There's got to be something where you can just let it go and be free and have your mind open to an experience that you never thought was possible. That's what I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about getting onto the next track, bro. Most of us are holding on to that same fucking CD and we're just holding tight and we won't let the music go by. And that's something that gratitude gives me, is it lets me adjust adjust that which is moving in my life. I can adjust to it. I can pivot, and just pivot the fuck out of something, dude. Like you got to get your mind to get off the sauce. And everybody wants to just go to the sauce. It's the only thing that works for their mind. I'm telling you right now, it's not the sauce. It's us. It's the way we talk to ourselves. It's the way we focus, our lack of impulse control, and this thing that we try to, get on our equilibrium. If we're always going to let, like alcohol or an external source be our equilibrium, we'll never have it. But again, I've been putting it in the work with the gym, and it becomes a habit. It becomes something that now I'm like, I'm not going in here to work out. I'm going in here to get out the demons. Like I'm going in here to get my mental stability. I work out for my mental health is a shirt that I'm making, but it's like, most people, they want to get gains or talk to girls, and that's me too. That's me too. I get it. I go in there to socialize and all that other shit. But the start of it, the straight up start of it, is for my mental health, bro. Straight up. Like I gotta get my mental right, and I just won't be right by other people. So then I sit there and then I force myself to breathe, and then I ask myself, how am I doing mentally? Like the talk, and goes, okay, go send your mind to the gym. Go send your mind for a walk. And then even if you don't even go to the gym, maybe you got to get up off your phone, stop being jealous, and start going for a walk. It doesn't include anybody. It doesn't have a dog. Some people have dogs, but or a girlfriend. Most people are like, I can't go. I don't have nobody to go with. And it's just like, no, you got your mind to go with. That's the thing. You needed to go with the walk in the first place. And what was the other one I read too? Dear bestie, thanks for all the free psychology. Like no fee psychology. Is that not all of us and our besties? That's what I do for my girl Kimber. Like, here's some free psychology, what she calls, man. It was like, man, I got some free psychology lessons. And it happens. It happens to us all, where we're all just fucking drilling holes in our canoe, and then we need somebody else to come and plug the canoe up. We're that somebody else. That's the thing. It's not so external anymore. We're the somebody else. If you want somebody to fucking talk to somebody or be about it, that's the thing, dude. And most people, they don't give a fuck about it. They just fucking sit there in their shit basically and wallow around and just be like, man, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Your attitude sucks, bro. You know, your focus sucks. My friend says, "What's wrong with you? Your impulse control is wrong with you, like the rest of us." You know what I'm saying? Like the rest of us, we seek it, and then it's like, okay, back to that same mango tree. You got to find that mango that makes me feel all right, instead of making myself feel all right. Instead of sitting in the tree that I'm in and taking a breath and eating the banana that I have and being grateful with that I have, we get on a chase. We go, oh, it's over there. It's at the next tree. No, it's not at the next tree. It's inside of us. But for some reason, that's what we do. We're like, yo, I only can go to this one tree, and it's the only tree that works for me and my brain. And I was like, no, my brain needs to breathe. That's what it needs to do. I need to take immediate control over my physiology, take immediate control over my brain, start telling my brain to get off the laps. It's almost like a restart button. You know, if you ever have to refresh your screen, you know, I have to refresh my fucking mind, bro. And it's so weird that we can do it for our phones and our computers, but not our lives. And that's something that's so big to me. Was I was like, I need, oh shit, I got a fucking seed, bro. I was like, what's that? What's that, yo? Is that motherfucking seed, yo? I got a motherfucking seed. Look at that, the seed. Now, most people could sit there and grumpy. I got people that are begging for genetics over there in Thailand. They want to grow it all. They're like, bring everything from the West Coast, all old strains and new. We want all the genetics. And look at your boy saying, here's one right here. Bink. I should probably pop it in my mom's. It would grow so hard. And my mom would be like, what the fuck? Yeah. Let's grow a seed. Why not? You know, why complain about it? Oh, I got a seed. And there's people that are addicted to complaining. I have to get away from them. Their brain can't get off of the sauce. They're so entrenched on what's not working for them. And it's weird because they'll look for caveats. Both are complainers. Two people at my work. They just complain. They complain on each other, and then they go around looking for other people to talk to. And the only way they know how to relieve the stress is to share the stress. They look for people to go and complain to. And I'm like, bro, you got to stop complaining. You know, you just got to stop bitching. It's just so negative. It's not me. And that's what ends up happening. That's us, dude. We're so unhappy in our heads that we need to go to a bar, that we need to talk to a bartender as our psychologist instead of talk to ourselves, instead of going up to a mountain and having conversations with ourselves and going, yo, dude, what am I doing? Let's get some breath. Let's get a fresh reset. Nah, dude, we just go right back to the place that has no smiles, no windows, and no clocks. And you're like, what? How's that working out for you? It's not. And that's my point. You know, I'm only going to do the things that works for me. And that's the thing that's so interesting to me. Is like in life, you know, I want things to be perfect, and they're not. You know, that's what I was saying. You win some, you lose some. You got to stop beating yourself up for the lost ones. There is going to be loss in life. The way we adapt to that is really the way that we move forward. You know, like a lot of us, again, ruminating thoughts. I don't have my child. It's not as bad every morning. At least I'm not waking up crying every morning like I used to, but it's there. It's somewhere in there. Luckily, it's not my very first thought in the morning. I try to be, you know, okay, I'm alive. At least I'm alive. You know, I'm in a bed. You know, I get my gratitude on in the morning. I'm like, the air conditioning's on. If you ever slept in your car in hot summer's heat and there's no air con, that'll teach you gratitude. You know, and I think that's what ends up happening. We're just completely ungrateful because we're completely spoiled. You know, we got all these things, and the thing what we're doing as children, like a grown ass children, is complain about what's not there. You know, and what's happening is the time keeps going by. The most precious thing that we have, that we were even born, because my child wasn't born, that you even are alive, that there's even oxygen on this planet. You know, getting down to some real nitty gritty like gratitude. Real nitty gritty gratitude, bro. That's what that is. That real nitty gritty gratitude where you just, you know, pause for the cause and go, man, I'm just grateful to have, you know, this roof over my head. I'm just grateful to have this business. I'm grateful to have this $20 so I can give gas to my friends, or I'm just grateful that I can even eat, and that my card even swiped, or that I even have credit cards because my card wouldn't swipe after I took money out of the 7-Eleven and got like flagged and something weird happened. But that's what I'm saying. I'm grateful for the referrals. I'm grateful for touchdowns. I'm grateful for some of the things actually working out, you know, because they haven't always worked out. And then we'll sit there and sit on the things that don't work out, and we'll let other things not work out, like ourselves. Now you're not working out. Not that you have to live in the gym, but exercising your brain in the end, so fucking important, bro. Like I can't even right now. Like how do you miss a chance to get to talk with yourself? How do we miss a chance to be really grateful and understanding of life? because we're covering it up with some bullshit. And like, how did I give up all that time? Well, shit, dude, I was complaining the whole time. You know, sitting there bitching, sweating, instead of getting my ass up and going inside and being on the air conditioning, you know, and that's something that we do. You know, we keep ourselves from our next blessing. We don't adjust our sails for the blessing that's in front of us. We rather bitch and destroy the time that we have. And it's such a bad habit. You know, it's such a way of a waste of time. You look for all the things that drilled holes in your canoe, maybe chasing some pussy, maybe, you know, drinking at the bar. You know, when you go through it and you're like, I can't believe I spent all those years hanging out with all those people, drinking all those drinks. Yeah, dude, you were in a way. And like Britney Spears right now, I've been going to a bar my whole life. And it's like, yeah, you're in a way. I look at her and I see, this is me just judging another human, not a pop star, because obviously they're the exceptions to the rule. But what I'm seeing is a person that hasn't found they're happy in a long time. So you can get married, you can be rich, but to turn your brain on and it to fire back without like some SSRIs or some serotonin reuptake inhibitors, right? This is what I'm talking about. This kind of behavior where we can, damn, dude, look at the humidity in the air. Like it gnarls Barkley the fuck out of this. I just licked it and it's all gnarls Barkley. If anybody wants this weed cup card, this is exactly what it's for. Scooping up weed, bro. Genius. Without fucking up like your business card or something and getting it all kinked up. I don't know if anybody's ever got a business card. You try scooping shit up and it's all fucking fucked. This is the opposite of that. This is us fixing shit, making shit happen. And that's what I love about life, you know, just making shit happen. And that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Making my life happen. I'm sick of fucking having some other shit. Address on file. Oh, somebody send me some shit right here. Account Google account number, phone number. Yes, let me give them this. I gotta fix my phone. I have no phone right now. And it's kind of lovely, actually. To be honest with you, you know, it's kind of lovely not having a phone. It's a little stressful, but I was like, you know what? This is forcing me, instead of saying, I don't have a phone, and this isn't working, and fuck Google, which I did a whole fucking half hour of my life complaining about. I'm done doing that. I got friends that got solutions. They got corporate accounts at Verizon, and I can just get off this bullshit and get onto a solution. That's what I really want to be. I want to be a solutions person. I don't want to be a complaining person. I want to be the guy that just keeps talking that mess, trying to impress, saying shit to people, blah, blah, blah. I don't do all that. Gotta straighten this out real quick. There we go. A little shakes, but it's all good. But that's it, man. I'm really serious, you guys. It's just one of those things, you guys, who's ever watching this world, or people that even give a shit or don't give a shit. This is for the mental, dude. This is for all of us that ever lived on this planet and said some shit. You know that we've put some. What did the guy say? Yeah, truck. He said something very profound. He said, "You the price for inaction is regret." I'm just paraphrasing, but think about that. The price for not being your true self is regret, and that's something that none of us or haven't ever got a chance to sit and take action. Is the way we're sitting there, and I know me is, and I'm wallowing, and I'm in my pride, or I'm in my feelings, and I'm sitting there. I'm just sitting and I'm not moving and I'm not taking action. And my decision, even if it's just sitting, you think it's like, you know, it's like not voting is a vote, you know? And you're like, what, I didn't vote. And yeah, but your vote took away from someone else's vote. You know what I'm saying? Like it could have been a vote against another party. So our inaction actually becomes an action. And that's the world that we live in. We live in a world where non-decisions are decisions, you know, cancel culture and people not being talking to themselves and being real with themselves. They end up sitting there in themselves and just sitting there going like, you know, blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, you're just moving your mouth, but you're not doing nothing with your feet. You're not taking the action that needs to compete. You need to give something to yourself so that way you can get out of this situation. And that's something I've seen many times before in the meme, and you guys have probably seen it too, where the guy's in a grave, but he needs to dig some steps. These are the steps for us to get out of our own graves, bro. Creating little footpaths for us to place our foot so we can start stepping the fuck out and getting the fuck on. You know what I'm talking about. I need my water. Water, but it's hot out here. Look, we rolled the blunt. Where's my monkey tail? Hold up. Watch out. Watch your boy. Yes. 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 Men's workout tanks. Swag bags. I guess I could go inside and just enjoy it, but I wanted to do the morning motivation, enjoy that aircon. But there's my brain again, trying to always adjust for something better instead of adjust for enjoying now. I don't know anybody else that does that, but that's me. That's my brain, figuring out what I should be doing and what can I make to do better, instead of sit and go, how can I be grateful and just absorb the things that I really have. The other part of the brain wants to chase and grab, and it's not in the now. Facts. And I think that's just all of us, as soon as we start looking externally and not being internally, we're fucking up. I don't know how else to say that. I don't know how else to sugarcoat that, and I don't sugarcoat. So if you want to sugarcoat, go get some cookies. All of us in our lives have got to adjust our sails, and that means adjusting our mind and not just living in our own heads and in our own lives, but living in a way that we can adjust our lives to be the way we want it to be, instead of complaining about the way that it isn't. And I hope that really sinks in for people, because that's what we do. Our brains are stuck on what's missing instead of what's possible. And that's the thing that I think of survival techniques in the wild, like not letting our brains, it's like that, it's like, say you ran out of, come on, there it is. Say you ran out of gas, right? Ran out of gas in Death Valley. This man decided to go for a walk, and that decision ended up costing him his life. Walking out in Death Valley cost him his LIFE. Life, time, and love. Like the three most important things that we could be all about and super focused on. And what do we end up doing? We end up going, oh, there's a broom over here, and here's my mom shit over here, and it doesn't look good in the back, so I won't do my show. If I always looked for an excuse, like I heard that about The Rock, he said, I bring my gym with me. I go, what? Really? Yeah, everywhere. It's a fucking $16,000 gym, or $60,000, $600,000. I'm not sure, but he brings it with him, and he says it takes away from excuses like, oh, the gym wasn't open. No, it's always open. You just got to go and open up your trailer door. You can always do push-ups. Push-ups are free, but only like people in prison that are captured in that moment get stuck in that kind of way of life. When you in prison, now all of a sudden you got the time. Now all of a sudden you got the focus. Now all of a sudden you can do whatever you want to do, or whatever you want to put your mind to, because you're there. And that's the conversation I'm trying to have with people. It's like when you sit on that mountain, or sit in that prison cell, or you sit out on your balcony, your boy right now, these are the moments that we can have conversations with ourselves. These are the moments that we can talk to people, the people in our minds. You know what I mean? The only ones that are listening and talking back, the people in our minds, the 8-year-old version of ourselves. Bless up, by the way, morning motivation. You ever see that when you light your blood and a flame comes out like a fucking torch? Hurt me a little bit. Interesting how oxygen flows. Interesting how thoughts flow. Interesting how our lives flow. And that's what I wanted it to do. Shout out to Toker Poker. I ended up getting this from a homegirl. I ended up washing my monkey tail the other day. Luckily, the lighter still works, but it's in the bottom of the bag. But somewhere between monkey tails and Toker Pokers, I always got a lighter. I always got a friend. I always got product. And that's what I wanted for people. I wanted them to have some kind of product. I wanted them to have some kind of production, something in their minds where like I created something because I had some action to something. I willed it. I made it so, and that's something that I don't think a lot of people do. They're in the flow. I don't think they're really in flow. I just think they're in the water instead of coming down the river and going with the flow. They're just in the water, and the flow's going around them like a rock, and that's what it really starts looking like. Like our flow starts going to places that we didn't intend them to be. We end up started to do things or not do things. Again, the inaction or the action is something that has no action. Our action is just do nothing. Just to stay on the computer and stare at our phones or sleep it off. That's not action. Some of the things for me to do was to just take control of my breath and take control of my body. Take control of my breath, take deep breaths. Take control of my body, go to the gym, go for a walk. Take control of those things because my thoughts were in control of me. Like I was completely obsessed. I still can get that way. That's why I call Saints addiction, that obsessed brain of how much weed I got, what's happening, what did I fuck up on? Oh, you got a nice peaceful thought right now. Guess what? Let's go obsess about the things that's not peaceful. Let's go into a realm. That's why I can't watch horror movies or scary movies, bro. I don't want to be in that zone. I don't want to live in scary land, candy land. I don't want to live in a thing that doesn't work for me. I want to stay in blessings. I want to stay in the light. I want to stay where I'm like all right, you know? And that's all I'm trying to do is give people a chance to stay all right. It's not easy because things are going to come up and it's going to be harsh. I mean, extremely harsh, dude. I just lost my firstborn child, and it was really because of my attitude and my temper, and just being real with you guys, that I'm still beating myself up. I'm like, how you gonna be fucking yelling and grabbing on a fucking pregnant lady? What's your fucking problem, Saint? And it just was in me. It turned out when I did my research, giving myself some reprieve, you know, because, you know, I make mistakes and I'm not perfect. And it's hard for me being a perfectionist, wanting to move this here so you guys don't know that we have a dustpan. Like, everyone has a fucking dustpan, man. If you ain't sweeping, you're lazy, bro. Like, fuck, you know, I have a mom. At least I'm grateful for it. I'm on the balcony with my mom, spend time with her when she's going through some times. I'm grateful for it. You know, I'm grateful for the air conditioning. I'm just grateful. And instead of bitching about my shit and going, well, my card's locked up last night, I was lucky to keep the $20 on my Cash App, so I just paid the due on the Cash App. We got to eat. Me and Das, we just sat there. We smashed some really good raspberry chili boneless chicken wings from Sin City Wings. Shout out to my boy Sin City Wings. Woo woo, 420 and E. You know, that's what we do. I was bitching at myself about the weed swag bags. Last time I was wearing this, I was so excited because someone came up on the show and was like, "Oh, hey, bro, we got this is my own personal weed swag," but I wanted to give them one. This 2 first Fridays in a row I didn't give away a weed swag bag, and I felt like ass. But I was beating myself up instead of enjoying my first Fridays and always working and hustling and marketing. That's something that's obsessed. That's what I learned. Something obsessive about kids from broken households. We'll tend to be overachievers and overworkers because we want to outshine. I learned that. I was like, really? And I'm like, damn, I didn't know it was like that. Yeah, it's like that, dude. I'm like, oh my God. I don't like that my eyes aren't extremely straight when I'm looking at the screen. It bugs me. I'm just grateful I can see and not have to wear glasses. Getting older, my vision's going gone. At least it's still here. The gratitude needs to be there, dude. The seesaw, the win some, lose some. You're gonna talk about your losses, guaranteed. But are you gonna talk about the win sums? That you were even born, that you even have oxygen, that you even have the breath in your lungs, like that kind of attitude. I'd love to say I'm a fucking monk and a complete saint and I just sit on top of the fucking mountain and go that route, but that's not the truth. I too look at situations and go, why is it not like this? Why is it like that? Why'd she do this? Why did I do that? Instead of concentrating on the now so I make better plays, you know? I think that's one of the hardest things for professional players to do is you just got smashed into the ground. You just threw an interception. And as you were throwing the interception, the dude smashing you to the ground, 350-pound linebacker, he wants to feed his kids, so he knocks you down so he can get the bonus. You're trying to get the bonus because you want to throw a touchdown and win the game. Both are trying to win the game. Both are a part of the game, but it's the next play that determines the game. It's the ability to you shake off the shot you missed. Are you going to be streak, 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 streak? Oh no, I can't shoot. Oh no, I can't shoot. Oh no, I can't shoot. Or all of a sudden, I can shoot. Or, yeah, I'm taking punches, but I can punch back. Have you ever seen that where the guy looks like he's losing? Oh my God. And then the guy just wham, hits him with the overhand right, and the whole tide's turn and the dude's melting and shit like that. Yep. Or have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and you start losing yourself instead of actually being there? Start jumping on your phone and leaving this world and leaving the conversation and actually leaving the person not feeling important. That's what we do, dude. That's the doo-doo, bro. That's that doo-doo. You know, we do this shit and it's not working. So I'm just talking about something that works. I ain't gonna talk about shit that don't work. If it ain't working, it's got to go. And my buddy said, if you ain't motivating or hustling me or you are aligning with me, why are you with me at all? Why are you near me? And I don't want to just chin check everybody because there's some friends that I see and they're just like, and they just give me the mo face. And it's like, is it because you're on alcohol or because you're secretly judging me? Or are you guys secretly not my friends and talking shit behind my back? I felt that vibe immediately. I see you guys, but it's not like all love. It's all weird. And I was like, okay, maybe because they're drunk. Or maybe they just don't like me. Maybe they're just socially friends. I've been over your house. I've been at your spa. But you're just lonely because you're an asshole. I'm an asshole too. At least I can admit it. You know, pushing people away and intimacy and being very judgy. And then now I'm so judgy that no one's perfect enough to be with me. Bougie as fuck, as my girl told me. Me too, bitch. Bougie as fuck, picking it apart. That was what throws me off so hard about my child, is that it was born in perfection. We did it right there in Yosemite, on the best part of the lake, and yet we'll find ways to fuck with each other. We'll find ways. Man, I'm trying to go through the mountains. I need that shot. I love getting sunset shots, perfect shots. It's me. I'm addicted to that. Her, I'm on my phone. I'm like, boom, hit the brakes. In my fucking car, you hitting the brakes? I'm like, bitch, I told you take the shot. Boom, off to the fight. Again, over the phones, and then going out to the Pacific, and she's taking forever. It annoys me. I'm like, I'm at the Pacific Ocean. I'm running like a child. I just went from all the way from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, from South America to North America. I'm here, and you're trying to get a blanket. Bitch, come on. And she's on some, oh, you leaving me. I'm not as important to you. I must not be important. Even when I'm pregnant with your baby, I'm not important. And you're seeing this other chick, and I'm like, that didn't even happen. You know, and the realities of things, right? The realities of things that she didn't know that it really happened. Yeah, I was trying to see this chick, but it was only one time. A year ago under MDMA, and I thought that I liked this chick, but she never gave me the attention and love that I deserve. She was always into herself. Her Instagram got more spit and polish than me. I can't live in that life. I prefer the other girl who had no Instagram, who wasn't, I mean, she was on social media, but I mean, she had an Instagram, but zero posts. I mean, she could view, but she didn't comment. She wasn't on her page posting. She wasn't trying to get the attention from the town, right? They said, you know, I mean, you get from the village. Everybody does that. At least the sweet's kicking in. I was thinking it was not strong enough, but at least it's kicking in. But yeah, man, it sucks that happens. You know what the girl say on the show? She was like, all these dudes in my DMs, all these dick pics, but the one dick that I want to see ain't calling me. It's a lot like that. You know, we're fixated. You know, we won't lower our standards. We become myopic instead of biopic. We're just stuck. And I know me, I'm just stuck. I can't unstick myself. I've become obsessive and super hyper focused and thinking that that's giving me an advantage. But what I'm trying to do is skip time. If anybody's been paying attention to the world, I'm going to do an hour show today. This is 45 minutes in. I didn't get a chance to do the show yesterday. Bidding on the business and trying to find commercial real estate and talk to people. That's what ended up happening. So I ended up fucking trying to control my eyes, trying to control the situation, trying to control myself. You know, too much discipline. So I missed the boat. You know, I'll be obsessive, and what I'll do is I'll miss the moment. I've done that a lot in my life. Instead of, hey, all my friends are here, and this is that one moment to shine, or hey, it's the full moon, and we're on top of the Rio. I'm still trying to shape it. Maybe that's my ego. Maybe I think it's more my addiction side. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I really do. I think it's this obsessive compulsive addiction to controlling.
Oh, I forgot to say that. So that's what I learned about myself, right? So they were saying that about hyperactive or overachievers because of a broken family, or I don't get the love from my father. Also, learn this stuff about me. I freak out and control when I feel I'm scared. Fucking control freak. Didn't even know it, dude. Kind of do. I thought I was free spirited. I went with the flow, but um, control conversations and where they go and lead. I like to sit back in the back seat sometimes and just hear other people speak. That's nice. Or not choose the movie or the meal, you know, let other decisions happen. That's nice, you know. Taking no's for an answer without getting offended, that's nice, you know. Being nice, just nice in general, that's nice, you know. I live a nice life, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a blessing upon me. The obsession, the addiction's been the curse. I'm just talking about Saint's addiction. He's so saintly. I get the saint as the last name. I get this beautiful beard. I get this beautiful body, but I don't get appreciated. I start beating myself up in the head. You're not skinny enough. You haven't lost enough weight. What's up with this? So I'm just hungry. You know, beating myself up. And I saw that in that girl. She didn't see it. The other girl didn't see it because she thought I was fucking with her. But I was like, who the fuck did I hop in bed with? You know what I mean? I was just in my bed in my underwear. But I'm in this hotel room with this fucking Brazilian fitness model. And she's just pointing at herself, looking at herself. What's this? What's that? She has like 12 different fucking vitamins. She's so narcissistic, bro. She won't even watch this, bro. She didn't even study or ask why it didn't work out with us or why I walked away or why I was angry or what's up with me. This is fucking, it's the Tina show, bro. Always this. You know, it's all my gay friends around me, and my hair's overdone, and my makeup's overdone, and I'm obsessing. And I'm interrupting people that are out hard working, sweating, trying to earn money for their kids. And you're like, can you stop, please? I want to take a photo. And you're like, dude, did you just really do that? Like, you embarrassed me in front of my friend. We're all looking at you like you're that type of human. You weren't the type of human to help an old lady across the street or pick up a child or give some money to a homeless person. No, you interrupted the homeless person for the photo. That just happened. We had like dual. It was so funny because I wanted to get some photo shoots too. I got my buddy's got a high end camera. We talked about it. I have my new shirts. I wanted to show off the Saints brand shirts. You know? Yeah, yeah. There it is. And I just like looking at it. It's kind of like looking at this. The thought was just that, you know, I have success on this thing and I've wore it off. It's just white at this point. The other side is the black part that actually still says success. I don't know if you can see this or not. I mean, it still says success a little bit on the inside, but it says success is what happens to you when you survive all your disappointments. The best revenge is massive success. Success is what comes after you stop making excuses. Um, Thank you, Rock. Take away the excuses. Start taking away your excuses for thinking the way that you're thinking or the attitude that you have or the vibe that you have with certain people. You know, I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm arguing with this chick, this old lady, Maria, that does the cutting machine at work, right? I'm dropping names today. And she's just so bitchy. She used to be cool, and then she became judgy, and then she became bitchy. And it's just like, leave me the fuck alone, whatever your energy is. We don't even talk to each other. No good morning, no God bless you. When you sneeze, no, none of that, right? That's what I like about Bloods. And God's got like, not mean spirited, but now it's gotten less than cordial. Either way, I like that. How clever. I like that I'm clever. I like that I'm good looking. I like that I got a great beard. I like that I still got my hair. I like that I got muscles. But that stuff doesn't outweigh that I feel like I should be more skinny or muscular or have six pack abs all the time or, you know, obsess about the aesthetics of me and other people. So now I demand perfection of myself, but now I do it to my friends. And they can't just be friends, they got to be super friends. And I can't just have a regular life. I have to be Superman. This is my Superman curl. I have to be Superman. I don't really think of that way, but you know what I'm saying. I gotta be Superman. Dude, I'm as fragile as the fucking villain. That's what we like, the characters. I'm both, bro. My friends are pulling his hat down and doing bumps of blow in front of me. I was like, I don't do that anymore. I didn't have to tell them that. They didn't have to even offer it to me, but it's just not my vibe. You know, I'm keeping my vibe. You guys hungry? No, because you just snorted something, probably Coke. And if you're snorting Coke, you're definitely hungry. And you're definitely eating right. And you're definitely not sleeping right. And now you're sabotaging yourself with this quick blast of dopamine because now you need your sleep. Now you need your motherfucking sleep, bro. And to live a blessed life or to help you have a life, you got to eat regular, drink regularly, water, sleep regularly. It sounds like a fucking doctor. It sounds like a prescription, but it's the fucking truth, and it works on all of us. Like that's just what we operate on as mammals, and how we see each other real quick. I noticed that last night too. It's a lot of that. Judge. Nope, can't trust. Yep, say hi real quick. Smile to that person, not smile to that person. Cops over there. With food, what are they eating? What are they wearing? Nice shoes, nice purse. I mean, rapid fire. My brain's just hitting it. I saw the piercing. I saw that. Data. 10,000 people out there, 20,000 people out there, 20, 30 different streets walking. Like, you're covering so much data. I'm just watching myself, amazed at all the lights and all the creativity. And I love First Friday. I'm just saying, I'm clocking myself, right? Don't get it twisted. Like, I love First Friday. I love that the weather was hot and that we all walking around with less clothes and everybody was just mammals there standing in front of the machine. Was that one machine had the water and the fucking, and there was about 12 strangers not making eye contact, turning their backs, barely talking, but we were all mammals. We were all next to the aircon. We were all next to the fan, just enjoying life. It was so funny. It was like being with hippos, and then hippos snapping at each other because we're in the water too close, I guess. Fucking, I just seen us as like mammals. Some people we sniff butts with, other people we don't, and we do it quickly off aesthetics and clothing and what we see and apparel is so important because that's the way we describe ourselves. You know, I always talk about the t-shirt says who you are before you even get it into the place. And I was wearing my LVOG shirt, custom. But I'm also seeing my other buddy get the fucking Pakistani embroidery big patches and seeing this stuff at Magic Convention. And that starts tomorrow, actually, Sunday, for sourcing. So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot of stimulus. And you see a lot of people doing their stimulus too. We're showing ourselves with our avatars, and we're also exposing ourselves with our attitudes. It's a real trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can just see people, and they're like, this is my clothes, this is my man, put my arm on them, just showing them because I'm not single. I love you, baby. I love you, boo. Let me show you in front of this beautiful human being. And the other one, exposing herself. She was so drunk. Oh my God, you are so handsome. Fucking handsome. Yeah, that's why I paused. Yeah, something happened in there. I'm high, but you are so fucking handsome. And that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, that right there in itself wasn't exactly the highlight of my night. You know, my ego's not that on fire. I was like, thank you, but I don't know you. Part of it was she's not my type. So instantaneously, I just said, thank you. But what if she was my type? Let's just hyperextend this thing real quick. Do I have the balls to pull the trigger? Do I just come in, initiate, and go, thank you, you think I'm handsome? Can you talk to me? Can you love me? Can you just pet my ego? Is that what I'm supposed to do? I don't know, man. I don't bite into that shit. That's some subversive shit. You know what's really attractive? Loving me and my addictions. Did you feel me on that? Anybody? Did you feel me? To love somebody, warts and all? My homeboy was making fun of me. He's like, I don't see a grown-ass man wearing a Band-Aid. I've been trying to get rid of this wart with apple cider vinegar. Fucking great way to remove warts. I've had like one here, and I think one on my shoulder, if I don't remember if that's the one right here, or was it over here? Anyway, they don't really leave scars yet. I think it was right here. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. I'm learning about it. It's called human papillomavirus, HPVs. anyway, I'm high, but I'm not a scientist. But you can go look it up your damn self. But you can get them from other people in the contact. So I've been using the apple cider vinegar, and you just take a little Q-tip, dunk in the apple cider vinegar, put it on, and I use a Band-Aid to hold it on. You can use tape. Some people use duct tape. I highly recommend that too. If you have black duct tape, to put it on or over the thing to starve it from light and oxygen. Actually, the warts, the cells need that light and oxygen. So anyway, they're abnormal cells is what ends up happening. But anyway, it's a virus, and we're trying to fight it. So anyway, I'm fighting off the virus, and I use a Band-Aid to hold it. So in the judgmental form, he goes, I'm gonna see a grown-ass man wearing a Band-Aid. And my old man was like, man, fuck you, motherfucker, I'm the man. This is for this and that. Truth is, dude, I like just tell the truth that I'm getting rid of a wart. It's a great way to do it if anybody ever gets a chance. I highly recommend it. So anyway, I'm imperfect, and I'm fighting to be perfect over here. I'm getting older, and no matter how many hairs I pluck or how many people think I got a cool beard, I gotta still live this life in my head, in my real life, in my real time, having this conversation for reals, like just looking at people. Are you gonna take opportunity? Are you gonna walk around with a smile? Are you gonna walk around with a grimace? Are you gonna be fun to be around? Or are you gonna be in your motherfucking head? And some of the things that let me get out of my head for sure are my weed. I feel like it's an organic way to do it, but I'm getting buzzed too. I know about full sobriety, and I'm definitely getting buzzed. You call it Cali sober. It keeps me in my head a little bit, but even when I get off of it, like especially fresh in the morning, because I don't do that every morning. If you guys know, I've been going to work, but before I get buzzed up by a half blunt, you know, having these conversations, real conversations with myself off camera, you know, or in real life, like without, last night, like in real life, first Friday, without having my phone, but I didn't have my phone, which is also another separation anxiety, which is really weird, you know, but I've been liking it, not having, I had to go get I had a Wi-Fi withdrawal. That's what it was. I can't leave. I don't have Wi-Fi. How am I gonna get a hold of people? My phone's all fucked up. I told you guys, don't fuck around with Google Fi, man. That shit's fucks your shit up. It's been fucking my shit up, so I'm trying to port my number over. When I get off this show, I gotta holler at my boy Dave, because he's helping me out. He's another good soul on this planet. It's nice to have other friends. When you break up your comfort zone, you get into other orbs of people. So that's what I like to do. I like to bust bubbles, you know, not like little kids' bubbles, but like bust cliques and get into other people's cliques. I've done that my whole life, been able to get into other circles and then just be my own circle. You know, I'm kind of more of a lone wolf. Sometimes I feel like I have no friends at all. It's such an extreme. That's what I love about Saint's addiction. You know, it's such an extreme. You know, it's an extreme word, right? It's extreme visual. It's extreme truth that a saint can't have an addiction, that a preacher can be, what you call, not flawless. What's the opposite of flawless? Synonym for flawless is flawed, right? The saint's flawed, bro. You know, and that's something that needs to come out and be said to myself and to the world and to other human beings that were so flawed. Give yourself a pass, man, because I mean, everybody's fucking up. Everybody's going through a divorce or having an abortion or doing something that they're not proud of. Everybody has a shadow side. It's so intense. Everybody has true human desires. Like I was talking about last week when we went to these sex shops. You can be talking to somebody that's just a fucking postman. They like to fuck, and you're like, what? Yeah, bro. Like, we all have addictions, and that's the truth of it. And some of us get addicted to good things like education and learning and teaching. And my OCD keeps me get to do this every morning, and my ego keeps me get to do this every morning. My stamina, my hard work, I feel like these are my attributes. But what are your demerits, right? Like, what are the things that aren't you? You know what I mean? That's the real thing where you gotta go, oh, shit. Oh, man, I am self-conscious. Oh, man, I am an ego hoe. What else? You know what I'm saying. And it's just like, fuck, dude, all of us are calculating each other, but not most of us are living in the moment. And that's what I wanted people to have, is more of their moments back. I know I do. I wish I could relive moments, rewind moments. There's notches. If you've seen a DJ do that, when they first used to spin, they used to put notches right on the edge to catch the track, to catch the hook and the sample. And that's what created samples. So live your example. You know, I've been on this thing a whole hour. You can get off this with me. I'm already high. I'm gonna go enjoy some air conditioning. And my mom, and what time she has left. on this planet before it becomes nothing. And I want everybody to have something. So have something with me. Your boy Marky Saints Addiction. On my heart from the start, I love my life and I love living this life. And when I let myself love my life, right? So like all of us, get out your own way, give some appreciation to the people that are near you, touch them, go hug them, get off your phone, just get it out of your hands, find a moment, creep up on them, tackle them, heart to heart hug, let your hearts beat a little bit. And if you're really, really getting a chance to be another human, let it hold a little bit and see how long you can hold and see if you don't have to just jump off and let go. Peace and love. I'll see you on the other side. Chi.